Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
We take a whole stack of sources, articles, research, and we pull out those really key nuggets of knowledge for you.
Get right to the good stuff.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into something many people dream about, owning a restaurant.
Ah, the romance of it all.
Right. The cozy bistro, happy diners, maybe your name on the menu.
Yeah, the fantasy.
But then, wham, reality hits.
Like it's 9 p.m. on a Friday.
You're completely out of fryer oil.
And your line cook just walked out mid-service.
Been there. Or heard stories, at least.
Oh, definitely heard the stories. It's tough.
So we've sifted through some really great material. There's one piece, Restaurant Rookies. Avoid these 3 pitfalls that really stood out.
A very relevant title.
And our mission today is basically to unpack the 3 most common mistakes new restaurant owners make.
Right.
And look, this isn't about scaring anyone off the dream.
No, not at all. It's about preparation.
It's about arming you with foresight, helping you see trouble before it, potentially sinks the whole ship.
Spotting the iceberg before you hit it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into what our sources are telling us.
Okay.
The first big one, we're kind of calling it running on no systems, just vibes.
Yeah, I like that. Vibes.
So many new owners, they're full of passion, which is great.
Essential, even.
But they think, I've got good instincts, I'll figure it out.
Relying on gut feeling for everything.
Yeah, just memory or a vague sense of how things should be. But the sources say that's basically flying blind.
It really is. You mentioned chaos earlier. Think about it day to day.
Give us an example, beyond the cook quitting drama.
Okay, so systems. We mean actual written down procedures. SOPs, standard operating procedures.
For everything.
Literally everything. How to prep the signature sauce, the cleaning checklist, how inventory works, placing orders. Imagine your best chef calls out sick. No clear prep list for their famous dish. Chaos. Wasted food because no one quite knows the recipe. Angry customers because it doesn't taste right.
Oof, yeah.
Or like, a new server gets a complaint. What do? If there's no system.
They're just guessing. Maybe making it worse.
Exactly. SOPs aren't just bureaucratic nonsense. They're your safety net. They build consistency. Resilience.
Resilience, that's a good word for it. Because things will go wrong in a restaurant, right? Almost daily.
Absolutely. It's the nature of the beast.
Okay, so systems are crucial internally. But then there's the external side, dealing with customers. Which brings us to pitfall number 2. Trying to please everyone.
The crowd pleaser trap.
It feels so natural, especially when you're starting out. You want every single person to love your place.
You desperately need the business, the validation.
What's the hidden danger there? How does it hurt you?
Well, it seems smart, doesn't it? Let's add pasta and tacos and sushi. A huge menu to catch everyone.
Yeah, appeal to the masses.
But our sources really hammer this point. It's not just about making the kitchen inefficient, though it does that.
Okay.
Think about inventory. A sprawling menu means stocking tons of different ingredients, many of them perishable.
Right. More stuff to manage. More stuff that can spoil.
Precisely. Your food waste goes up. Your food cost percentage, a key metric, skyrockets before you even sell anything.
Wow. So it hits the bottom line directly.
Directly and hard. The smarter play, according to the research, define your brand. Know who you are.
Focus.
Own that identity. Make what you make excellent for your target audience. You don't need everybody.
You need the right bodies. The ones who appreciate what you specifically offer.
Exactly. Serve your core customers exceptionally well. That builds loyalty and buzz.
That's a great point. Define your niche. Okay, so we have internal systems.
Yeah.
External identity.
It's left.
Well, it all kind of funnels down to the bedrock of any business, doesn't it?
Let me guess.
Mistake number 3, neglecting the numbers.
Bingo. The financials.
You can love food, you can love people, that's wonderful, necessary even.
But not sufficient.
Right. If you aren't watching your money, the business just bleeds out. Slowly or quickly.
This is absolutely where the rubber meets the road. It's not about being some boring bean counter.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the financial health, the pulse of your restaurant. You have to know key numbers.
Like what specifically?
Okay, basics. Food cost percentage. What are your ingredients costing you versus your menu price?
Got it.
Labor cost percentage. How much of your revenue goes to paying your team?
Crucial.
And your break-even point. How much do you need to sell every single day just to cover all your costs?
So the bare minimum to survive.
Yep. It doesn't need super complex software, especially at first. Just track it. consistently.
That's like that fuel gauge analogy you mentioned.
Exactly. Driving without knowing how much gas is in the tank. You feel fine cruising along.
Then suddenly you're stalled on the side of the road.
And you've got no idea why it happened. When things get tight, your gut feeling isn't enough, your data might just save you.
Wow. Okay. So let's bring this all together. For you listening, maybe you're dreaming of that bistro. Maybe you're launching any big project. What's a big takeaway? Our sources seem pretty clear. Running a restaurant doesn't have to be this slow-motion train wreck.
It really doesn't.
If you tackle these three things head on, get solid systems in place.
Be disciplined about it.
Stay laser-focused on your identity, who you serve.
Your niche.
And watch those numbers like a hawk.
Yeah.
Every day, every week.
Absolutely. And, these principles, SOPs, defining your unique value, tracking data rigorously, they aren't just for restaurants.
No.
Think about it. These are fundamental disciplines. They apply almost everywhere, in any business, even personal projects.
That's a really powerful point. Structure, identity, data.
Understanding them, applying them, that can be the difference between chaos and controlled growth, failure and success.
Absolutely. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. Okay. Think about your own projects right now, your own endeavors. What systems, what sense of identity, what crucial numbers might you be while neglecting?
Good question.
And how could getting a handle on those things save you from your own version of that slow-motion train wreck?
Something to really consider.
Definitely something to think about. We'll catch you on the next Deep Dive.